Wait, hi Reverend. 4:44 in the morning West Coast time. It's still June the 10th, 2025. It's Tuesday. I'm not even live awake yet. I feel more and more like a damn barker trying to peddle his wares, especially when it comes down for this country's survival, this United States. While I myself have not gone physically to war, I feel like I'm becoming one of those guys, or have become one of those guys, to egg on what is being egged on and utilized. We're in so much guano we don't even realize it. And yet, I'm not jumping around for joy on this one, Reverend Ed. There's no joy in this. There's no joy in Mudville. Marty Casey's at bat, and now we got to see whether or not his bluster matches with his bat as he's about to get that pitch. That poem, that story had been passed around for ages about two teams coming on the field. The opposition scared of the Mudvilles because they got the mighty Casey, who had been striking people out left and right. But his ego, oh, his ego was always up in front. And every time he got scores and hits, built it more up until the last inning. The rest of his team strikes out. But Casey's at bat, scaring the hell out of people. Reverend, think in this concept here. Who's the people and who's mighty Casey? Who's built his own reputation on his own damn ego, his own abilities. Well, we got the mighty Casey ready to be struck out in the White House because of his own damn ego. His own damn ego, Reverend. But we're also feeling too damn cocky about it, too. We the people. I keep trying to post it at them, shouting at them. You're just as responsible. What are you going to do about the solution? The solution that they're doing right now is all over the damn country. We're telling ICE, we're telling Trump, knock the shit off. We're telling our Congress people, listen to us. But you notice this shit's happening in the blue states. They're not happening in the red states. At least not much anyway. All these attacks on the people to kidnap them, incarcerate them without processing, and sending them out. Or maybe if they're lucky enough to show proof, maybe they get to be released shell-shocked. But only in the blues? Not in the red states? What the hell happened to us, Reverend Ed? I feel like I am Johnny come marching home somehow. I feel like I picked on a uniform and Johnny goes marching off to war. Minstrel son. Forgot about that one. Hang on. World War One. There was a song out there, I think. It's called the Minstrel Song. I was afraid yesterday I was forgetting things. I was sending a letter over to Artist in Recovery / therapy. And he's making his street rhymes and thinking he's so cutesy about the stuff he's talking about the things happening in the riots. He's trying to be cutesy about the damn shit. There's nothing cutesy about a damn riot, but there's also nothing cutesy about the shit we're going through right now as it is. And it's not a riot. It's not out of control. We got controlled marches over there, but we still got agitators scaring the crap out of people because they want to have their own social cliques. I guess I don't know. Whatever goes on with his damn mind. A minstrel son. Damn fingers, and I got a phone that's driving me crazy. There was a song. I'm trying to put the minstrel son on there, but I got oh the minstrel boy. I first heard this on Star Trek Next Generation. There was an episode that one former soldier made up with his commanding officer, talk him down things. They sung a song about the minstrel boy, and for years I've been trying to find it. Yeah, I find it from time to time, but and this was part of a poem. I found it on poets.com. It's on American Poets. I'm going to get a PDF on this one. Because something like this kind of reminds me of the stuff going on. It's weird how I can think about poems and stories about people going through crap like this. But this. There was a way of singing this. Hope you forgive my singing. You probably heard better. The minstrel boy to the war. Actually, this was written by Thomas More back in, he lived from 1779 to 1852. So basically, this was about long ago. The minstrel boy to the war is gone in the ranks of death. You'll find him. His father's sword he hath girded on, and his wild harp slung behind him. Land of song, said the warrior bard, though all the world betrays thee, one sword at least thy right shall guard, one faithful harp shall praise thee. And that's what I heard on Star Trek. But the rest of it, I'll speak of. The minstrel fell, but the foreman's chain could not bring his proud soul under. The harp he loved ne'er spoke again, for he tore its cords asunder, and said, no chains shall gully thee, thou soul of love and bravery. Thy songs were made for the brave and free. They shall never sound in slavery. He was born in Dublin back in 1779. Died in 1852 in England. But something about this. A boy goes to war, having his harp being played on the battlefield. Thought he knew better. He gets his ass torn apart. It's just as harsh. This is harsh. What was it, right at a 300 or something like that? Thundering, thundering. Trying to find that poem. Put you on pause for a couple of seconds there. I'm not going to waste a video at this point. Here's the thing. I think what's going on is with Trump's head. You ever heard of Lord Alfred Tennyson? Maybe there was a reason a long time ago, Reverend Ed, that I went to when I went to community college the first time. I actually did English literature and read some of the poems out there that kind of stuck in my head a little bit. Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner was always my problems. It was always the albatrosses around my neck, so I related more to that. But how about Lord Alfred Tennyson? Now, this was supposed to be accounts during that time, as much as I read. Try to remember anyway, with my faulty memory as it is, of how communications got so screwed up on the battle zone that in the midst of heavy artillery, chivalry was going to ride right up and then get the hell out. And hardly anybody survived the turmoil. We remember a few lines here and there and maybe place them in different mediums, actually. But the whole thing? I mean, when I was reading about this thing a long time ago, I didn't realize it. And then coming across more information about it down the decades. Kind of reminds me of our times right now as it is. So let his lordship say something about this one, shall we? And no, there's no music to this one. You get to be spared on that one. Half a league, half a league, half a league onwards. All in the valley of death rode to 600. Forward the light brigade, charge for the guns, he said. Into the valley of death rode the 600. Forward the light brigade, was her man dismayed. Not though the soldier knew somebody had blundered. There's not to make reply, there's not the reason why. There's but to do or die. Into the valley of death rode the 600. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Cannon to the right of him, cannon to the left of him. Cannon in front of him, volleyed and thundered. Stormed at with shot and shell, boldly they ride, and well into the jaws of death, into the mouth of hell, rode the 600. Flashed all their sabers bare, flashed as they turned in air, sabering the guns there, charging an army, while all the world wondered, plunged into the battery smoke, right through the line they broke, Cossack and Russian reeled from the saber stroke, shattered and sundered, then they rode back, but not the 600. Cannon to the right of them, cannon to the left of them, cannon behind them volleyed and thundered, stormed at with shot and shell, while horse and hero fell. That they had fought so well came to the jaws of death, back from the mouth of hell, all that was left of the 600. When can their glory fade? Oh, the wild charge they made, all the world wondered. Honor the charge they made, honor the light brigade, noble 600. This was one of those poems that would strike into people. Ego at work or miscommunications? I couldn't tell you the real reasons what's going on through Trump's head at this point. Maybe if he was thinking about glory. I doubt he'd read this poem or understood it. It was a poem about miscommunications and telling the unit that there's going to be no problems. They right over there, do the job, and come right back. It's that kind of spirit. It's that kind of thing that I'm thinking worse of. I think of all the battles we've gone through. I'm singing all the songs sung about it, anti-war, left and right. I listened to them growing up, Reverend Ed. I listened to them. I didn't understand them then. I'm going to be taking a class next term. I'm already signed up for the online course of it. Vietnam. Vietnam. There was a song sang. There was a movie called Boys of Company C. Late 70s. There's an actual military marine. There was actually a marine in there. They earned the term gunny after retirement, but it was just a sergeant. R.E. Lermy, or R. Lee Ermey. You've probably seen this guy in so many movies and television shows. This is the song that Craig Wesson sung. I'll read off the lyrics. I don't want to tick off Google at this point. But this kind of fits situations, you know. Let me read first, and then we'll talk about it. Probably another video of it. I'll go say I'm in Vietnam. It's a jungle, it's a prison. Here I am, dreaming of the outside and freedom, planning my getaway far away from this one ship bay in the southeast tip of Asia, where I lay, dreaming of the outside and freedom, planning my getaway. Weapon shot, I got my web gear on, and I'm crawling on my belly, there's a case on, dreaming of the outside and free. Oh, I get the tune lyrics gone. Now I can read the lyrics, but there's sometimes I get screwed up on this one. Weapon shot, I got my web gear on, crawling on my belly, near Quezon, and dreaming of the outside and freedom, planning my getaway. But there's a guard on the inside with a rifle in hand. And the God on your side on this government land. Uncle Sam, I'm in Vietnam. It's a jungle, it's a prison. Here I am, here I am. Every time I kept seeing the movie of Boys from Company C, the guy singing this song is one of the guys who survived, and it was one of the characters that survived. Actor's name is Craig Wesson. Wasson, actually. Wasson. He's sung this many times. He's got YouTube's out there for that one. It's so damn haunting. It reminds me not of the wars that we face outside, but the wars we have to face, the politics and everything else going on inside. Soldiers trying to fight to survive. He's trying to fight to survive. He's trying to protect his own troops against an enemy who keeps throwing lethal lead at people left and right. But in our situation right now, how do we deal with our own soldiers that we're facing right now, Reverend Ed? How are we supposed to face this one? There is nowhere in the sacred texts that we keep drawing our inspiration from that would be covering this situation, because they never had this situation going on before. They never had rebellion. And if they had, the insurrection would have been put down by Roman swords. Now, if I happen to go by through the text of Gandhi, the British Empire would not gut you or shoot you down, except if you're going to be saying something rather stupid. They'd rather bust your ass and throw you in jail for a while. Unless you're going to be threatening a place where they have troops ready to fire on you. But they aren't going to fire on you. The sticks are bad enough. The sticks were bad enough. Yeah, I remember just seeing some Gandhi on this one. Beat the shit out of you. They'd rather not kill you. A little bit more too civilized. But we're facing something of ourselves, of our darker natures. We're seeing something of our own creation. And what we have with the soldiers right now as it is. So how the hell are we supposed to be able to deal with that one? I don't have any answers. And sometimes I wonder what the hell I'm saying or doing these days. It's just... The poems from old were telling us about mistakes made, decisions done, consequences. We didn't think about consequences enough. We allowed this shit to happen. We allowed this shit to happen, Reverend Ed. I guess I am in the fight. If I have to say the words, I have to say words. If I have to quote poetry, I'll quote poetry if I have to. Reverend, I can't stay silent, and I can't stay on the sidelines. But I got no places to march. You know they had a march out in Bakersfield? About 50 or 60 miles from home, they had a march. But at least, maybe I could have gotten there in a damn bus, but the weekend services suck. If they had it on the weekday, maybe I'd have a better chance, but this thing's coming up on the 14th. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 5 days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Ah, nuts. I mean, this bus service still sucks. Which means if there was a place for me to go to protest, I don't see any reason why I can protest out here. I got plenty of cardboard. I just don't have the pens and material for it. Make my own sign, put it up there, say fuck Trump. No, forget my language. Happy birthday, gas bag. Have some cockroaches on me. Yeah. Well, it's going to take us one stupid. It's bad enough firing a damn gun at a reporter. Beanbag gun would have been better, but a pellet gun? No, not a pellet gun. Foam gun. Hardened foam. Make a nice welt on you. And they only Badge did that one to a reporter. Australian. I'm so damn mixed up right now, it's not even funny on these things. But I don't support Trump on this one. Or of the crap he's been doing with the ICE agents. And to hear towns who are also going through this getting viral, getting mentioned. I go on YouTube and I get different towns' news feeds. It's spreading. It's spreading. No King's Day's coming over here. I have to find some markers or stuff like that. I mean, I got plenty of cardboard. But I gotta do stuff for this one. It's gonna be controversial. But I'm putting up a sign, taking a picture, putting it out there on social media. Make my own mark on this one. I have to do something, Reverend Ed. Granted, I'm not going to like the damn consequences, but I'm going to have to do this crap anyway. If I can't march, I'll protest in my own way, damn it. I can't use the stigma that I didn't vote for the guy. I did not vote for Trump. But I didn't do enough to prevent it either. Or maybe I did and felt like it wasn't enough. Just to make my mark and tell him, knock this shit off. You know he doesn't care. You know he's running on ego. It's the only thing he knows, Reverend Ed. He knows ego. He knows his own damn thing. And he doesn't care, neither does his followers. We're in it for a long haul. I had to do this ice shit. You had to be the border czar who's hell bent on busting people, arresting people. He loves it. And Trump couldn't care less. Was King Herod and Pontius Pilate a lot more human than Trump is, I wonder? Compared characters, I mean, you want to go by biblical. I also go by movie interpretations, try to see how the actors are portraying them. I'm not about to put Ramses in there. I already know he's like Trump or worse. Power mad asshole, but I wonder if he actually served in the Egyptian army. They rode the chariots, but apparently he did. You know what happened in the movie Ten Commandments? I love to see some people. Demille watched it all the time. He is not worthy of getting himself bloodied. He sends other people to do the damn job. Maybe he's just as bad as Trump. Trump's in it for the damn ego. Ramses was ego. Reverend, we need a Zoom link, please. If I have to do a separate email, I'll do a separate email. I don't like losing contact with people. I have to keep reminding of myself when I do the morning things on Monday and Wednesday and then Friday and then Saturday. And some days I get too damn tired and I needed sleep. And I screw up on those days. It's not you, it's me. I'm still dealing with her. She's sleeping right now, which gives me the time necessary to talk to you and chat with you about things. You get way too damn busy because you get way too many people. It's just the way it is. I got to deal with, I guess. I try to keep contact with Sam. He hasn't contacted me back yet. But I'll keep up with it. I even send this one if I have to. Just let him know what's going on. We'll talk, Reverend. We'll talk. Either you or your wife and I are going to have a serious conversations about things in life. I still like to talk to you. If you got the time. But Reverend Ed, don't stress yourself out. Don't stress your heart out. There's a lot of things that you want to do. You still have your mortality you still have to look after. Please take it easy.